So let's begin our Pitta Pacifying Ayurvedic Vinyasa session by leading with your heart in a child pose straight. Imagine your fingertips emerged out of your navel and draw back through your sitting bones. Forehead resting very calmly on the earth. There is a marma point right in the center of your forehead that is really the seat of Sadhaka Pitta. So take a few deep breaths in. Imagine the two currents of the nostril breath merging in that space between your brows. Nice deep breath. As you exhale, let the whole day go. Let's be fully present. Let's inhale and walk 45 degrees to the right, reaching your left arm long. Plant your right palm and create a little leverage tug, drawing the left sitting bone powerfully back as you walk your left fingertips powerfully outwards. You're creating a two-way stretch, and you're going to add a little twist from your left to your right. Breathe in and breathe out. Relax your neck. A lot of Pitta people carry responsibility-related stress around their shoulder blades and want to send your light of awareness into the congested area. Begin to dissolve those knots of tension and stress. Inhale, return center and walk it to the left. Stretch your right arm long. Your left palm is planted. Put some weight on that left hand and add a little twist to this diagonal side bend. Breathe in. So this is your right side that's being opened, your liver and gallbladder side. So breathe some coolness into your right side. Let your awareness interpenetrate the fibers, the space between your fibers, dislodging the molecules of stress from those knots. And now let's return to center. And you can open your knees as wide as your mat, heels touching. Now this version of child pose allows for a little bit more heart opening. Try to get your breastbone closer to the mat, forehead on the mat. Now on the next inhale, we're going to tug on the mat and round. So inhale to round, getting a stretch in the lower back, and then the middle back as you bring your weight more and more over your hands. And then on the exhale, let your legs splay wide. Slightly bend your elbows so you can gather your shoulder blades down and shine your heart up in a lazy, wide-legged cobra. Exhale back to a child pose. Hips anchoring against heels. Let's continue. Inhale to round. And this is a wonderful tridoshic move that addresses all the sites of the doshas. Exhale, hips back to heels. So inhale, opening the lower back, which is the seat of Vata, middle back, Pitta, upper back, Kapha, shining your heart, throat, and gaze to the sky. Exhale, child pose. Let's do one more with breath. So inhale as you round, relax your neck down. Your drishti, your gaze is towards your navel and heart. And as you unfurl the spine, the gaze lifts up. This time as you go to child pose, bring your knees a bit closer, tuck your toes, and let's rise to downward facing dog. Inhale, rise to the highest half toe, opening the underside of your toes. There are mini marma points underneath your toes and fingers, so let's wake those up and bend your knees, pressing your heart towards your thighs. Begin to tread it out, articulating, stretching the calves and Achilles. And right in the center of the calf, there's a marma point known as Indrabasta marma, associated with Vata and the downward moving air that helps to ground you and that helps to detoxify your body. Now let's take your right leg up in an Ekapada Adho Mukha Svanasana, one-legged down dog. And notice, don't let the torso open in the direction of the hip, but resist that and spiral your torso so you're facing the mat as the right hip opens. Bend your knee, feel free to twirl the ankle to further wake up your foot. Now we're going to take a figure 8 move. As we exhale, we cross it over in a mini aerial twist. Inhale, open back. It's a wonderful warm-up for the hips. Exhale, cycle it down like you're stirring something viscous with your leg. Last one, exhale, cross it over, find your core, inhale, open. Now after 3 of these, we're going to again take your right knee across. This time land your right shin on the left edge of your mat. Sit down so that the right foot is on the left thigh. You can reposition your right hand. We're going to come up in a fallen triangle pose with bent knees. And now press forward through the left hip and open the left side body. And if you like, you can circle the arm. Just getting the breath to flow. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in, Ujjayi breath. Exhale. Now engage your core and cushion your coming down. Let's reposition your hand for a low lunge. Extend your back leg, tuck the toes, curl the right knee to your nose in core plank, and land your right foot between your 2 hands. Inhale, lift your heart and gaze. Exhale, undulate your spine over the low lunge. Twice more. Inhale, back leg is strong as you unfurl the spine. Exhale, gently hug in with your thighs, igniting the core. Last time, inhale. So the head is always last, which is actually a wonderful way to just think of your head as a body part. Because many of us lead with the head in life off the mat, right? So it's great to just allow the head to be very last. Don't lead with the head, but let the breath and the spine lead the way. Now ease the back knee onto the mat. Inhale, reach both thumbs up in Anjaneyana. You can hook your thumbs, take your upper arms and take them behind the ears. Lift the core, descend the hips. This is a wonderful stretch for the marma point right in the groin area. As we exhale, reach forward, extend your front leg in Ardha Hanuman, flex those toes back and drape. Squeezing in with your thighs. In a very calm, slow rhythm. Let's take it twice more. Shift your weight forward. Inhale, rise. This time, let's take your hands behind the back. Take the non-dominant index finger on top. Lift out of the joints. Take your hands as far away from your hips and back as you can. And then take a controlled descent, opening the solar plexus, heart, throat, gaze. One more time. Exhale, Ardha Hanuman. Flex those toes. Last time, shift your weight forward. This time, let's take both arms up and we're going to bend the left elbow and take a little side stretch to the right, which becomes a mega side stretch for the left shoulder, left armpit, left waistline, and left hip and thigh. And exhale, Ardha Hanuman. If you wish, you can take your left palm to the right sole, if this is feasible for you, to further open this Indrabasta Marma in your calf region. Breathe. So even though we're focused on pacifying Pitta, definitely Vata is the leader of the doshas, so a little bit of Vata pacification is always great in any yoga session. Let's come back to fingertips. And we're going to spin your shin parallel to the front edge of the mat. So I'll have my back towards you for just a moment as we stand on your left shin and knee in a preparation for Parigasana. Left arm goes high, lift out of that left thigh, and then we have this wonderful side bending asana, Parigasana. Now we're squeezing on the liver and gallbladder side body. And again, if you like, you can circle the arm, grounding through the left shin, maintaining steadfastness as you create these movements. Use your next circle to come up, lifting out of your joints. And now see if you can playfully float onto your left fingertips, leaning the heart back. Now spin the right sole of the foot flat on the mat, and then let the left palm go flat on the mat as well. Stretch your right arm overhead and breathe some life and light into your right side organs. Collarbone, shoulder blades away from the ears, opening intercostals, coursing the liver, and come back, flipping your toes to the sky. Let's take a kneeling warrior 2. Find your drishti way in the distance, and let the right hand trace down the shin to the floor or to a block if you have. Let the right arm nudge the right thigh open and let the left arm extend overhead. Breathe. So lots of emphasis on the side body. And now imagine somebody strong, we're pulling your left arm forward and we'll transition to lizard lunge. Going to heel toe this right foot to the right edge of the mat. Extend your back leg. And you can come down on your forearms or forearms on blocks. If it's feasible for you, bring your palms to touch, and we will touch this marma point right in the center between your brows. That is the seat of Sadhaka Pitta. Relax your shoulders, draw the collarbones out of the ears. And if you feel ready to, raise the back knee, igniting. Hug in from your toes into your core. Feel that integration of everything connecting to your core. Okay, let's come off your elbows. And we'll brush up to a three-legged plank. Inhale. Your choice of going halfway down for chaturanga or all the way to the floor. Cobra or upward dog. And from the back bend of your choice, take it to a child pose. Drop your forehead again on the mat. Let's begin to sway as you inhale to the right and exhale to the left. Enjoy this massaging lubrication on your knees, on your hips. Like a little lullaby for your joints. On the next inhale, circle your way up the right, stretching the IT band, outer hip, side body. Exhale, back to the left, letting your head bow once again. 5 times. Inhale, Ujjayi breath. Exhale. These non-traditional meditative movements are wonderful for awakening your spatial awareness. Become aware of what's behind you, what's in front of you, what's above you, what's behind you, what's within, what's without. And as you come back to a child pose, let's swing your hands to your heels. And let's take a moment to roll it up easy in Vajrasana. Now, just hold your hands about shoulder width wide and bring them slowly closer together. And then move them apart. Bring them slowly closer towards one another and move them apart. And just notice the electricity between the hands. Now press through that. This is your auric energy field. And then we merge the two hands together. And then rub your palms together, calling on your prana shakti, your subtle energy, to come to your hands in a concentrated way until it's blue hot. Yes, blue hot with high frequency healing energy. And once your hands feel lit up with bright blue energy, you're going to pour that into your eyes and drink it in. Let that high frequency, almost violet light envelop your eyes, penetrating through the lens, cleansing the cornea of your eyes, the aqueous humor, the vitreous humor, the ciliary muscles around your eyes, going all the way towards the back of the skull. Now run your fingers from the hairline to the forehead to the crown of the head. Let's try this whole thing to the other side. Down facing dog. Enjoy the stability of this Adho Mukha Svanasana. Let's take your left leg as high as you can take it. Make sure the right heel stays grounded, the right leg is straight, and then bend the top leg once you reach your limit. You can take a moment to maybe twirl the ankle to awaken. As you exhale, figure 8, crossing it over. Inhale, open it up. Take it twice more. An aerial twist. Connect with your core. Keep the torso square as you open the hip. One more time. Exhale. Very soothing, smooth, curvaceous movements. After 3 of them, take your left knee towards the right shoulder and land your left shin on the right edge of your mat. So the left sole is touching your right thigh. You can reposition your left hand and take it up to a modification of a fallen triangle pose. Open the side body. Breathe light into your right side. Open the pecs. Let the breath drive the circles. And as you exhale, use your core to come down easy. Let's reposition your hands for a low lunge. Tuck your back foot under. Left knee coils in, core plank. and land your left foot between your hands. Inhale, expand your heart. Exhale, lift the pubic bone into your body and drape over that lift. Inhale, unfurl. The heart lifts the gaze. Exhale, drishti towards your heart and navel. One more time, try to keep the back leg strong. As you unfurl, exhale, hugging in. This time, let's descend slowly, mindfully, until the knee has to bend. Untuck your toes. Inhale, classic Anjaneya. Let's hook the other thumb on top. Feel the tremendous lift and gently engage those floating ribs together and sink from that place of lift and engaged core. Exhale, Ardha Hanuman. Flex those toes. Drop back to the left hip crease and drape over your hamstring stretch. All forward bends are introspective in nature. It's a chance to let your awareness double back on itself, become aware of awareness, which is instantly balancing and healing for all the doshas. Let's shift your weight forward one more time. Inhale, lift from the core. This time, let's interlace your hands behind your back, non-dominant index finger on top. Take a moment to almost scoop the tail under to engage your core, and then extend your arms away from the back. Now try to sit deeper from the place of lift. And then let your heart, solar plexus, throat open. Exhale, Anjaneyasana for the second time. All 5 toes activated. And drape. Third time. This time we raise both arms. We bend the right elbow, grab the right elbow, making it a tricep stretch, an armpit stretch, and also a side bend. Intense highlighting of the whole right side. Right shoulder, right waist, right hip, right thigh. And now if you like to do a variation, you can let your right palm connect with your left sole and get a great stretch in this Indrabhasta Marma, revolving from right to left. Now from here, let's come to fingertips or blocks and gently turn your shin parallel to the front and back end of the mat and come up to kneeling. Nice, standing on your knees for Parigrasana preparation. Take your right arm up to 6 o'clock and lift like crazy. When you can't lift anymore, spill over the top to Parigrasana. Opening the right side, take your left rib forward, right rib back. And if you feel stable, circle the arm. And breathing in, letting the arm almost brush your temple. Inhale. Exhale. Use your core and the slow momentum to come up and float to your right fingertips. So like a kneeling side plank, let the left toes point forward, ground the right shin, press the seat forward, and then flatten the right palm and sweep the top arm over the ear. Again, diffusing the heat out of the side body. Collarbones, shoulder blades, drawn away from the ears. Come up to a kneeling, preparation for kneeling warrior pose. So the right shin takes the place of the foot. This left hand traces the front of the shin to the floor, to the block, right arm streaming overhead. Exhale, transformation into lizard lunge. Turn your shin to the original back of the mat, heel toe the left foot over. You can come down to your elbows, palms touching, highlighting the third eye, Marma point here. Raise the back knee and hug in from the soles of your feet into your core. Keeping that lift, let's come off your elbows, brush it up to a 3-legged plank. Inhale, exhale, Chaturanga, Cobra or Upward Dog, and Cha pose. Now from here, just a little wrist stretch. There is a little Marma point here called Mani Bandha, and in this digital era, I think a lot of people are tight here. So about 2 to 3 inches between your fingertips and your knees. We're going to turn your wrists forward and then see if you can sit down. And if you want to add a little bit more, you can even tuck your toes and do this. And then slowly try to bend your elbows towards your knees, opening up the Mani Bandha, stretching the first joint of the fingers, the second joint, stretching, stretching. All right, and shake it out. And let's gather for prayer. Back to downward facing dog. Rise to a nice and high half toe. Exhale, root through your heels. Inhale, heels high. Exhale, heels to the ground. So it depends on you. If you have lots of energy, you can jump forward with feet wide or walk it forward. It's up to you. Okay? You can take your feet outside of your hands and come down to squat for Malasana. Elbows inside your inner thighs, calves, knees. Bring your hands to touch. And we'll further emphasize the side body. You're going to dip over your left shoulder close to the inner left thigh. Use the left shoulder to pin this knee back and take your itsy bitsy spider finger towards the back. Use your right hand to peel the inner thigh open. Remember, we diffuse the heat out of the hips. Open your right arm like you're drinking the sunlight from your fingertips into your heart. If you would like to bind it for the most detoxing variation, you can bind your hands here. Take Dirga Shwasan, slow, 3-part yogic breath. The 3 parts are lower belly, thorax, upper chest. Good, ground through the heels, ground through your toes, switch sides. Hands to center, and let's take the right shoulder inside the right inner knee. Walk your itsy bitsy spider fingers back and open the left arm to the sky. Peel the heart open and then drop from behind. Breathe in, open chest, long neck emerging. Coming back to center, let's touch the earth. Spin on your heels and heel toe the feet towards the center. Bend your knees. Relax your neck. Maybe grab your skull and just gently release the jaws. Feel free to do a little let the neck go. Drop your arms. Bend your knees even deeper as you begin to roll up. About halfway up, you're going to place your hands on the knees right over your toes, and take a few cat-cows. Inhale, opening the whole front. Exhale, kindling the Pachaka Pitta fire here. Inhale. Exhale, coiling in. Knees over the second toes. Inhale, diffuse the heat out of the front. Exhale, gentle tone in the core. Last time, inhale. Exhale. Gather your prayer hands, come up to stand. And from here, let's extend your arms all the way straight overhead. Let's step your feet all the way close. Get a really narrow base. As you exhale, lift and lean to your right, stretching the right side long. Yeah, try to extend equally through both arms, even though I know the left arm feels more taut, but try to extend the right arm as well. Come back on the inhale. Lift and lengthen to your left. Left rib forward, right rib behind you. Inhale to come back. Exhale, rise and root through your soles.